Are you sleepy?
I got a good night's sleep last night. That's one
I
thing
did.
I do right. How about you?
Oh gosh, no, I never get any sleep. Never. I haven't slept since 1995. Yeah. And back in 1995, I thought I wasn't sleeping because I thought Maggie woke up every once in a while. But it was not till 1999 when Luke was born that I realized I really wasn't sleeping. So
he kept you up a lot at night?
Oh my gosh. He did not sleep. He's still probably our most legendary non-sleeper. John came home from the hospital sleeping through the night, which we thought was great, but he failed his hearing test. He kept failing his hearing test, and now they're thinking that has a lot to do with SIDS, so that kind of horrifies me. And yeah, they're thinking that babies that fail their hearing test can be associated with SIDS. So, and they're really sleepy.
So when he was a baby, did he cry a lot at night and keep you up, or he was just awake?
Luke, he cried.
Oh,
a lot.
See, my first, Macy, she cried a lot at night too. Well, all day and all night actually. And so I thought I would never have any kids again after I had her, but then it got better.
How many do you have? Because you have 6. 7, so.
Obviously it got better. And then after her, all 5 of my other kids slept. I was so blessed. They all slept real early and they started sleeping through the night early, and they are good risers. But we're all early risers, so.
I used to be an early riser, which was and I still kind of am. Like last night I was up this is way early though. I was up from 1:30 to 4. So
the reason we're talking about sleep, we should probably let everybody in on.
Mm-hmm.
And that is because March is our sleep challenge, and we have some really exciting prizes lined up. I am so happy that I get to give away a nice mattress, the Heavenly Hybrid.
That's crazy.
I'm actually kind of jealous. Awesome. I have several of the mattresses from the Bed Boss, and what's so great about the mattresses from the Bed Boss is that they're made from a more natural type of memory foam. They're made with aloe and bamboo, and the cells of the actual material are more open than the other kind of memory foam, so they're not hot. They don't retain heat as much. I have a type of Bed Boss mattress, and all of my kids do. And then Macy and Brad, who just got married, they bought the Gel Plus Memory Foam mattress, and they absolutely love it. They live in Florida, and so they said that it really keeps them. Brad says it keeps him cool, and Macy says it doesn't bother her, so it's perfect for them. But how awesome is it that we get to give away a memory foam?
So exciting. Mine's not from Bed Boss, but we have a bamboo, and before we had the bamboo, it was too hot. So
yeah. Well, bamboo is a natural and renewable resource, so that's another great thing about it.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm giving away. Hold on, I should have left this over here. For March, I'm giving away a diffuser from Young Living, and a thing of lavender from Young Living, and a thing of peppermint from Young Living.
That is going to make some lucky winner really happy. I'm also giving away a white noise machine, and I'm going to give away 10 apps. The Sleep Cycle app, which is a way you can monitor your sleep and see how well or how you're not sleeping so well in some cases. But it kind of helps if you can monitor your sleep to see, what's going on if you don't already know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So we were talking about the top 3 reasons we don't sleep, and I'll go first, and then you can talk about the second because you'll know more about it, and then we can both talk about the third.
Okay.
My number 1 reason for not sleeping still is my kids.
And I think you're not alone.
No, I think that's the majority of people. And I had somebody say to me the other day that, which I thought was audacious to say the least. Well, your big kids don't count. Are you kidding me? My big kids count more than my little kids. Everybody basically sleeping through the night, but my big kids text me in the middle of the night, 2 o'clock in the morning. Are you awake? I need to know my checking account balance. I'm like,
This brings up a good point.
the blue light.
Well, no, this brings up a good point, is that I tell people to put their phone on airplane mode at night when they go to bed, but that's not necessarily something that everybody can do because, like you said, I have teenagers as well, and I have a daughter in the military, and I have a married daughter in Florida, and I have a mother who lives alone an hour away from me. And so I go to bed probably by 9 or 9:30. And, if I put my phone on airplane mode and one of them tries to call me, or if there's an emergency, then I'm not going to get the call. So this brings up a really good point, is that you can't necessarily put your phone on airplane mode all the time because you do have kids. So
And I have our oldest son John is leaving for boot camp in like, what is it, 18 days or 17 days or something like that. And another one of the military moms told me, and Marine moms told me, don't leave your phone for a second. Keep it with you at all times. Don't turn it off at night, because if there's the off chance that they're going to call you, you don't want to miss that.
Yeah.
So,
let me tell you what happened to me when Haley went to basic training. It was Christmas Day. Well, she went to basic training before Christmas Day, but on Christmas Day, we were hoping to get a call from her. And so we were sitting around the table, and I had my phone face up, but I just turned it on do not disturb. And I'm thinking, like, I'll see if she calls me. And then when I walked away from the table, I forgot to take it off of do not disturb, I hate it so much to this day. It gives me a sick feeling in the pit of my stomach. So then we go to do something else, and then I'm like, did I turn? And I looked at my phone, and I had missed a call from her. And I literally cried. I was so sad. It made me nauseous. And I still get nauseous right now just thinking about how I felt that day. It was awful. And that happened to me twice while she was in basic training.
And so I'm not going to turn mine off for that. We're also on call. I mean, we're a foster family, so we could take another child, which is another reason. And I mean, I tell my kids not to text me, but they're going to text me. They just do,
Yeah. So as parents, we are going to lose sleep for beyond 18 years, and that's inevitable. But there are things that we can do to try to make the best of the sleep that we do get. And also, I think it's important not to sleep with the phone like right next to our bed, but maybe, if you have a bathroom, you could put it in there. So like if it rings, and tell your kids, like, if it rings, if you need me, call me, don't text me. And then, you can get up if it rings, but the text.
Yeah. Because actually, like, CPS wouldn't text, they would call.
Right. So I think that's one way that we can get around having the phone next to us when we sleep is, maybe put it even in your closet or just somewhere in your bedroom where you could hear it, but it's not like right next to your head. And then, just let them know that the best way to get in touch with you after you go to bed is to call. So that's one solution. I mean, it's not going to fix every instance, but it definitely could cut down on, you getting woke up all night long by texts.
Text. And actually, like right now, the grown babies wake me more than the little babies. Now, like with Joy Baby, our foster placement, she's been waking up quite a bit because she's been teething, and it messes with you. But I think that actually leads into what we're going to say about blue light, because that's actually probably why I was up last night. Is she woke up? I'm going to yawn. Is this psychological? It is. Sorry, but it's funny because when Charlie, our 3-year-old, says, we tell him it's time for a nap, he'll go, my mouth's not tired, see? But if he yawns, he'll go, my mouth's tired, I need a nap. So
I hope you're writing down the funny things they say. I always wrote down my
I think that's why I blog. But when I got up with Joy Baby last night at 1:30, and I rocked her for a little bit, she was upset. And then I went and got on my phone, and then I was up for 3 hours. And I've heard that blue light makes it so you can't sleep.
Right. And it's true. The light from your phone, the light from your TV, the light from your laptop or computer, they all disrupt your sleep patterns. But I have a YouTube video you could watch, and or it's super easy to go onto Amazon and get it, but there's these light blocking glasses that you can get. And
Mhm.
I mean, I look like a total nerd, but it's okay because, hey, nerds are in right now. And I wear them when I watch TV, or if I'm going to work on my computer before I go to bed, then I'll, use them then. But they block the waves that keep you awake. So those are really good to use. That's a simple solution. And I mean, I think I got mine for under 10, 12 bucks. I mean, they have
Mhm.
nicer ones. My son has some for his gaming and stuff, and they're orange, but they block the light waves and stuff. And then I have a pair that's a lot cheaper than his, but they work great for me. And I had been not having problems falling asleep at night, but I'd been waking up at like between 1 and 3 a.m., which was crazy. And then if I woke up anytime between, say, 3 and 5, I wouldn't be able to go back to sleep.
And I always think 4:30 is fine, 5 is fine. 3:30 is just 1 hour too soon, and that's almost always when I wake up.
Right. So I started wearing the light blocking glasses. And then just for, I think it was like a week, maybe 10 days, I took 1 milligram of melatonin and one of my L-theanine supplement pills right before I went to bed with a full glass of water. And I know people are like, oh, it's crazy to drink a full glass of water right before you go to bed because then you're going to have to get up and use the bathroom. But the thing is that I just read this a few weeks ago, that drinking a glass of water before you go to bed, it cuts down on the risk of having heart attacks and strokes.
Well, and I take the L-lysine, but I cannot take melatonin. Oh my gosh, I have the craziest dreams, Rebecca, if I take melatonin.
Yeah, I don't like to take it either. It makes me groggy the next day.
Yeah, it doesn't make me groggy. It makes me crazy, like crazy nuts. I have the weirdest dreams.
That's funny.
Like people chase me, or I dreamt that I left Justin and married this old guy from town, like old, like 90-year-old man, and that I was trying to get custody of the kids. And then I took it the next night and I dreamt the same thing. And then my doctor recommended it like months later, and I was like, well, I can try it again. I had the exact same stinking dream on melatonin, that I leave my husband for an old man.
That's weird. Well, I mean, it's not really that great to take melatonin because actually it is a hormone. And when you start taking hormones, then your body sees that as a supply of that hormone. And so it often will start producing even less of the hormone. So it's kind of like a vicious cycle. So you can buy melatonin in smaller doses, but like I think you can get 1, 2, and 3 milligrams. And I see people do this all the time where they'll just get the full 3 milligrams and start taking it all the time. And it's really not that great for your body to do that. But like I said, my doctor and I had talked about it. So I took the 1 milligram of melatonin just for about a week. Excuse me. I've been yelling a lot today. So, hey, would you bring me some water?
Yeah.
So anyways, if you take melatonin too much, it can actually be counterproductive. So, but it does help to disrupt a bad sleep cycle and get you back on a good cycle. So what I was saying before my son came in and I lost my train of thought was that I went like a week to 10 days of taking the melatonin plus the L-theanine, and then I stopped taking it, and then I was sleeping until 5 or 5:30. So that was good.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think part of it is my fault, because like if I would get up and take care of a baby, or just tell the kids that unless it's an emergency, I'm not going to answer them on my cell phone, or get up and go to the bathroom and then go right to bed, that's one thing. But I think the other thing that happens, and this is number 3, is that I start thinking. I wake up, I look at my phone. Like last night, I woke up and was up, and I opened my phone and I read this article, or not article, it was a rant by somebody on Facebook about how Jesus wasn't an African-American woman in a shack. And I was like, oh yeah, no, here we go. So then I was up writing. Huh?
And that's when you wrote your blog post.
I wrote my blog post.
And you got all worked up and you had to let it out, and
So that's stress, which we said was number 3 for a reason that we're not sleeping. But I mean, I think there's so many other aspects as far as stress goes, if you think about it. Because illness can cause stress. I mean, the kids can cause stress, money causes stress. You start thinking about those things and then you don't sleep well.
There's so many sources of stress. I mean, we're, as a nation, way more stressed out than ever. And we're more sleep deprived than ever as a nation. And it's because of really these last two things that you mentioned are the main reasons why I think, I mean, because kids have been around forever, but the stress I think has gotten worse. And then obviously the light situation. And even if you control the amount of time you spend on your smartphone or the amount of time you're watching TV before bed, if you don't block other sources of light, for example, if street lights from your neighborhood, come through your windows at night, that can disrupt your sleep. Even the little light that indicates an appliance is on. So if you have a fan or even something just plugged up that you're not using and it has a light on it.
Oh gosh, you're not going to believe this. And don't start on me with the Keurig, because I'm not giving up my Keurig. I don't want to know what's going on with it. I've seen your blog post, but I won't read it.
Okay.
In our bedroom, we have like we turned it into like a suite, and it's got like a little hotel bar that we built and a fridge.
Nice.
And a sink and everything. I need to put a picture of it in person. It's really cool.
Yeah,
My husband did it for me. But it's got, oh my gosh, my Keurig has a blue light, and we leave it on at night, and it's the only light in the room. What?
Unplug it at night.
I know, right? Rebecca, what in the world?
Here's an easy thing to do, and I've done this in my room, because obviously people are not going to take their TVs out of their room. I mean, they're just
we don't have a TV in our room.
Well, we didn't have a TV in our room for years, but I have things plugged up in my room. Now, if you had, say, your Keurig and, whatever else you have, thank you so much. Whatever else you have plugged up, you could put it on a power strip and then just click the button at night and turn off everything. And then in the morning, turn the power strip back on.
This is craziness, because actually that light, like I leave that on and it's the only light in the room, but it's freaking blue. It's a blue light.
That's why I mean, these little lights, it doesn't seem like very much when you're laying there, but it is disrupting your sleep, and you need to sleep. When I say total darkness, I mean, you can't see your hand in front of your face.
That is crazy.
Yeah, so that's important. That's something that people don't really pay attention to. But on my fan, because I like to sleep with a fan for the white noise, and actually even when I go to town, I have to have a fan or something making white noise. But on one, I took some fingernail polish and just painted over the little light thing so it blocked it. And then my son had one, and we had put black electrical tape over the little light on it. And black electrical tape works really, really well.
This is great. Well, we have an old humidifier. It's old. It doesn't work. It doesn't have water in it or anything, but it's got the perfect, sound. Mm-hmm. So that's our white noise. Isn't that fancy?
That sounds like a brown noise to me.
Yeah. But we call it our fan. So, but we actually had TV in a room for years, and I used to leave office stuff in my room, and we actually had my office in my room, and then we went to this marriage retreat that talked about making your bedroom sanctuary, and to not have a TV in there, not to fight in there if you can, so all that stuff. It's kind of just become habit, but I mean, I like for my room to look nice, but all I have to do is, there's actually a light on the Keurig that says it's like an automatic off, so I could just do that.
Yeah, so all of these little things they're not even time consuming, but that's something really important that could make a big difference.
I know. Well, it's good. I mean, it does make a difference. But I think that the other thing that happens with stress is you don't sleep because you're stressed, or the blue light, or the kids, and then you get stressed because you're not sleeping, and then you can't sleep because you're stressed because you're not sleeping, and it's just a vicious cycle, which then is of course hard on your adrenals and everything else.
So going downhill from there.
Yeah, it's just a vicious cycle. And I know, like, when I don't get enough sleep, which lately though, and the other thing is, which I just had my thyroid medication changed, but and they increased it, but I was falling asleep like my grandpa used to do, like you'd look over and you'd be talking to him, and all of a sudden he's like, I've been doing that like an old person. Embarrassing. So But and then too, I'll wake up and the vandals will be sitting like right next to the bed, like, watching me. She's sleeping. But I think I told you the other day that Charlie like got right in my face and he was like, hello, and he was poking at me and stuff. And I opened my eyes and I was like, I was napping, and he goes, I was just checking to make sure you wasn't dead. Thank you for that. I appreciate you.
Well, at least you know if you were dead that someone would discover you.
What would they have done though? I wondered about that.
It would probably not be.
Things would have been vandalized.
Yeah.
Or
would have got a bag of chips and went and sat down on the couch to watch TV.
Stuffed my mouth full of them. Yeah, it would have been ugly. But yeah.
Speaking of kids, we can't do a whole lot about that, but keeping your kids on a good bedtime routine is really important. But it made me think about something else, and that is pet babies. So a lot of people have pets. Pets are another thing that really keeps people up at night. And it's really important, if at all possible, not to let your pet sleep in your room. I know a lot of people love to do that, and I'm probably going to make a lot of people mad, but people love to have their cats and dogs in their room, and it really is disruptive to sleep because, you know, when they move around or when they jump up on your bed or jump down off of your bed. So that's another tip for people.
That's not an issue for me. I would never sleep with any of our animals. But I would say another issue for me is that because we're out in the middle of this ranch, my husband likes to leave the windows open, and it really does. I'll wake up and my entire face will be swollen shut just because the wind, and it does feel good, especially when it's cold. Outside, I like to sleep when it's cold. But like the other day, it was a full moon, and Justin had both the windows in our room open, and it was cold out, and so that felt good. But then we woke up to coyotes in the backyard. And I mean, they were literally in the backyard, and that was freaky. So we both come flying out of the bed, and I'm sneezing and coughing and hacking, and there's like this.
Well, maybe not. I agree. If you have allergies and stuff, probably not leave the windows open where the air can get in. But one thing you said is good. If you do have the moonlight coming through your windows, that's great, because natural light coming through your windows, like moonlight and sunlight, that actually helps to reset your body's natural sleep cycles.
And I can see that, except that if there's a full moon, Rebecca, I do not sleep. Like I cannot sleep. And it's weird because when I wrote my book, it was a full moon. And I mean, I went nonstop because I just don't sleep. So that's miserable for me too.
Yeah, I'll look at your weapons after I get off of this call.
Suggesting.
I know. That's okay. Ben. Anyways, yeah, no matter how old they are, even 20-year-olds can keep you awake.
Well, and we're doing this, and my sister texted me and said, I'm at the cabin by the fire drinking wine out of a mason jar.
I don't like your sister. I'm just kidding. I love
I would like her if you were at the cabin with a mason jar full of wine.
Can I come, Stacy? I want to go.
She wants me to come down there, but if I come down there, I'm going to bring kids with me, and she probably doesn't want that.
And then the peace will be disturbed.
Yeah.
We should have had Stacy on this call.
Well, we need to, because Stacy's got some sleep stories. I wrote a blog post about one of my sleep stories the other day, the iguana. Did you read that one?
Yeah.
About when we were in Venezuela?
Yeah. Oh my God.
The room with the iguana. And that when I say that she didn't sleep, you know how like you doze off? I literally would wake up and she'd be like,
so
what are you doing? What are you doing? Are you asleep? We should stay awake. I was like,
that's crazy.
She does not sleep. And she didn't sleep for a long time. Like that was her MO, was not sleeping.
Yeah. Well,
she has a friend that has such horrible insomnia. She takes two Ambien, which if I took 2 Ambien, I would be in a coma.
Oh my word.
Yeah.
We should have had her on here.
Well, we'll do it next time.
Okay. Well, we definitely need to get together and talk again before March is over, because the sleep challenge is huge, and I have another cat trying to join.
Your joy baby's waking up too.
But so I think we should come up with some kind of question or something that people who are entering for the giveaways could maybe leave some kind of a comment or question, and we could talk about it on our next chat. And we could bring in Stacy and maybe even Lorraine for our Hope Lively. We could do that. If you do suffer from insomnia, if you have any kind of chronic illness, or if you just are a woman that needs encouragement, you could be a part of our group, Hope Lively, that Jamie and I have, and there's 4 administrators there now, so you get lots.
We have everybody next time.
Let's do it.
Yeah, okay, so I haven't really set up my terms for my giveaway yet. It's just my March, the end of March, I'll give it away. Probably I'm going to do a share posts for drawings, but yeah.
So make sure and stay in the loop for that, because Jamie's giving away the really awesome diffuser that we would all love to have. And then I'm giving away a Bed Boss mattress and a white noise machine and some sleep apps. So there's a lot of giveaways, a lot of good stuff going on. There's a printable sleep log on my post, and that's at ThatOrganicMom.com/sleep-challenge. So if you go there, you can download that and you can enter. There's 2 ways to enter the sleep challenge that you can actually get an entry for every single day during the entire month of March. So I really recommend, if you want that mattress, get on there and enter every day.
Cool. Well, I'm live from my closet, but I got to get out of my closet and go face the music.
Awesome. All right. Oh, speaking of not sleeping because of cats, look who's making herself at home on my bed. I'm practicing what I preach. Look, I've got my laptop in my room, and I've got my cat in my room.
I got a baby crying in the background. My sister texted me about wine at the cabin. You know, how are we supposed to?
No wonder we can't sleep.
I know, right? That's right.
I get good sleep. I'm not kidding. So I want you to get sleep too.
All right. I love you.
Love you too.
Bye.
Bye.